Hello, everybody, and welcome. Glad you are joining us today as we enter the final episodes of the NBA regular season. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks up against the Cleveland Cavaliers out at Quicken Loans Arena. For the Cavaliers, it seems as though everything has been a challenge for them this season, and now they find themselves way down there in second to last place in the East. And with a few moments here, when you played, Shaq, what did you like in a coach, and what set the good ones apart?
Well, my coach had to be a triple OC. He had to be over calm, over cool, over collective. You know, especially with all the media whirlwind in L.A., Phil Jackson is that guy. He kept things cool and collected in the locker room. He was a triple OC.
Triple OC? Almost like a triple OG.
And the city flowing with lights as we get a great look at beautiful downtown Cleveland, Ohio. It's game time in Cleveland as the crowd is filling up the Quicken Loans Arena. The Mavericks are looking to end their road trip here with a strong outing. This is a hot team. They currently hold the best record in the entire NBA.
And I think for Dallas, they're well above the position they were expected to be in at this stage. Now the question becomes, can they keep it up in the playoffs?
And I can't see any reason why they can. I mean, they've got to be considered one of the favorites to lift the trophy for me.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Lowry out there with J.R. Smith. Then it's Quincy Ace. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Warren in at the small forward position.
And we've all seen how dominant Bradley Beal can be, the third overall pick in the 2012 draft. He's already had a solid young career, but still plenty of room to grow.
Nelson, no one around him. Misses the three. On defense, the Cavaliers. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And they may have been on the road, but you know what? They nullified any home court disadvantage in that game by how well they shot it from three.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. I mean, when you shoot like that from outside, it really makes winning on the road a lot easier.
Talking about Bradley Beal's potential, it's not just the shooting, it's also the passing, and you really don't think of him as a passer, but for such a young two-guard, he's extremely unselfish, averaged over 3 assists a game over the past 2 years.
And the true stars of our game feature versatility. And here's a guy that has also tremendous upside as a rebounder. I mean, how about getting 7 boards almost a game the 1 year he was in college? So he understands the importance of impacting other areas. I mean, last season he had his highest steals average of his career, and everything's upside with this young man. The sky's the limit.
Excellent point. Cleveland shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
And that one's good. Nelson with it. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Outside Anthony. No good. Good D by Drummond. Three-pointer, Lowry. Another three for Dallas.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now, here is Nelson. Anthony. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And right before Carmelo went down with the injury last season, it seemed like he had added the fadeaway to his game, molded a little bit after Dirk Nowitzki.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Turner's checked in for Jefferson. C.J. Miles comes in for Nance. Gary Harris is checked in for Beal. And it's Ellison for Jameer Nelson. Now here's Anthony after Mo Harkless's miss. From deep, Miles. The rebound by Holiday. Carmelo's reasoning was that he had been burned enough by Dirk's fadeaway, he had to adapt.
That's a great fadeaway to borrow from, for sure. I mean, Melo already has a mid-range game, terrific mid-range game, and this shot makes that even deadlier.
Now let's send it down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Tyronn Lue.
He has a very specific approach laid out. He told me that they're going to concentrate on working the ball into the paint as much as possible today and taking advantage of what he believes is a significant edge for them on the interior. Guys?
Thanks again, Doris. Now here's Ellis. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Outside Anthony from 17 feet out. He clangs that one off the back iron and down it falls.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
Plumlee, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Harkless with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Johnson's got the ball. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Johnson's got 5.
No doubt they've come into this game with a really aggressive approach, just pounding the ball inside.
It certainly is working. They're finding the open lanes to the hoop and owning this game early.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
5 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Harkless. Again, the Mavericks score.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
Here, talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone say what he can't do. And Mon people wrong now in Dallas after their quick exit from the playoffs a season ago. Clark, it's been a decade in the league now for this very talented guard.
And you know, that kind of relentless determination is really something Monte is known for, and one of the reasons he has been around for 10 years in the NBA as a consistently good player and lethal scorer.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Mavericks.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Bradley Beal is out there with Nance. Then it's Ellis, then it's Nelson, and it's Turner in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's now 7 points for Smith.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Now here's Beal, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Al Jefferson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Dallas also making some changes. T.J. Warren comes in for Maurice Harkless. And it's Lowry in for Matthew Dellavedova. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And the thing about Bradley Beal, when he suits up, the entire lineup becomes exponentially more potent. A quick, powerful athlete, Greg, high basketball IQ, had the great teaching at Florida, carries it to the NBA. Opponents have to account for him, I think, on both ends of the floor.
And that's a great point, Kevin. I mean, coming out of college, a lot of people compared him to Ray Allen. I mean, he possesses that next level smoothness and body control that's often indicative of a true difference maker.
Now Smith, following Jameer Nelson's three-point attempt.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Now, here is Nelson. Jefferson attacking, and he gets it to go. Jefferson's got his first points in this one.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Now here's Ellis. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Off target from outside.
Tell you what, boy, it's hard to watch when the guy gets good shots and misses them. He's missed everything this quarter.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there. You know, Lowry is playing well. He's got 8 points, and he's done a good job distributing the ball as well.
And you can't really place a value on what that means to a team. His passing has really helped their cause.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Nance. C.J. Miles comes in for Beal, and it's Gary Harris in for Nelson. The shot by Holiday, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 21. Now Miles. On the wing, Harris. Lowry brings the double. Harris dishes to Miles. AC with the rebound. AC's got his third rebound on the night.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Dallas with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Took him no time at all on that one. Holiday's got his second bucket tonight.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Stolen by Ellis. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Back to Anthony. Ellis wide open. But they recover it. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And
well, Jameer, what?
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie, from the get-go, it was Dallas that came out strong. An exceptional game plan helped. And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just...
well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Kyle Lowry has just been sensational.
You know, we talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Boy, I tell you what, they say he's not a playmaker, but he certainly has fooled me with the way he's performing right now.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Drummond. Lowry out there with J.R. Smith. Then it's Quincy Ace, and it's Warren in at the 3 slot. There's the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. That's 7 points for T.J. Warren. What about Kyle Lowry on offense? The last 2 seasons, he's been absolutely dominant, Clark.
Yeah, he's developed enough as a point guard now to where he really knows how to direct and lead his team. He's not just a catalyst anymore. He's a leader, and that's the big difference I see with him. And his shot has become more refined.
Mavericks leading by 22. Out to the right wing. His first shot coming late, and another basket for Dallas.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals.
Now, here is Nelson. It's Beal on the wing. Screen by Jefferson. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls up on the wing, and nothing but hair on that one.
You know, in talking about Lowry, you see his shooting percentages didn't change much, but his output sure did. I mean, averaging 17 points and 7 assists a game the past 2 seasons. He also converted more threes. I mean, there's very little he can't do on the offensive end.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
You know, getting back to Lowry, I really admire his aggressiveness. On the break in the half-court set, doesn't really matter. He's really the guy who makes it happen for his team. And he's a potent straw stirring that drink.
Turner's checked in for the Cavaliers. Maurice Harkless is checked in for Dallas. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Kyle Lowry.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Over to the left wing. And Harkless with the basket on the assist from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got 5 assists tonight. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Anthony right side. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 5 points now in the quarter.
This is a nice third quarter surge here. They've got it going right now.
And a perfect time to get hot, just as we get into the meat of the second half here.
Nelson outside. Back to Anthony. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Nance. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Nance has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Hard to believe this, but Carmelo feels as if he's been underrated as a superstar to this point in his career. And I'm sure there are a lot of conflicting opinions on that topic.
Now here's Anthony. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Nelson kicks to Nance. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Well, it definitely was a disappointing part of his game this year. Not the numbers he was hoping for from the stripe.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Anthony. Harris comes in for Beal, and it's Ellis in for Nelson. Here's Ellis, following the score by Dallas. And Miles kicks to Harris. Right wing, there's the pick. Miles the pass to Harris. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Shot's good by Turner.
Yeah, you're making things far too easy for him when you let him get it that deep.
I echo that. Ditto. I mean, you've got to do your work early to try to keep him out of the post. Fight him a little bit. Keep him away from that spot he wants.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Dallas has gotten all but one of the 3-pointers to go down in this game. They've gone 7 of 8 so far. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, they've got C.J. Miles. Allen is out there with McCullough. Then there's Harris. And it's Rozier in at the 1. Right side Holiday. Pulls it up. Not enough on that one as it misses. Holiday's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Here's Rozier. Pass to McCullough. The 3. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Lavoy Allen. That's his first foul. Johnson, he's checked in for Plumlee. Here's Wright. Good on the 13-footer. Wright's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Dallas. Cavaliers shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. McCullough, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
On the wing, Johnson puts it up. And Dallas again with the bucket. And
good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. The pass to Rozier. Feeds to Miles. 6 to shoot. Harris dishes to Miles. For the 3. The shot no good. Good D by Johnson. Takes a three. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. 10 points for Johnson.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And, Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Here's Rozier. Pass to McCullough. Taken away. Holiday goes in. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Mavericks.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Back to Smith. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Dallas.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And one thing about this team, they never stop pushing the envelope. Fantastic year already with 65 wins, and tonight making it 66. Very impressive.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief two-gamer.
I tell you what, Greg, no matter how brief it is, anytime you can get a season series sweep, you're happy.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Lowry. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
6 on the shot clock. Miles, that's for 2. Miles with another miss. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Johnson, that's for 2. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quieter.
And there's not a whole lot for them to be cheering about anymore. I mean, their guys got it handed to them.
And here's Miles outside, misses the shot. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyle Lowry.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast.